Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that I was on. I'm still waiting for my phone to come so I can see it. Welcome to ActorScope, everybody. And this is going to be what?
The best 30 minutes of your week.
Wow. I can't believe we're actually at show number 88. We got to do something for our 100th show. Okay, so what are we talking about? Welcome to ActorScope. Everybody share and tweet, share and tweet. Okay, I'm getting to see. Share and tweet so we know that, let people know that you're watching ActorScope, and if they're serious about their craft, this is where they need to be for the next 30 minutes. Also, please guys, let us know some show ideas, things that you're thinking about, things that you would love us to cover. If you have a movie or a project that you're working on, email us at wsa.actorscope@gmail.com because we want to dialogue with you. We want to get you in the conversation. We want to feature you, feature your project, feature the things that you're doing. So, definitely keep us posted about that. Also, this month, what we're going to be, actually for the next 2 weeks, what we're going to be doing is covering the classics, okay? Classic films. And if you have a classic that you want us to discuss next week, please email us. Whichever classic movie gets the most votes is the one that we're going to cover. But this week, we're going to be covering the classic film director, Alfred Hitchcock. Y'all didn't know I know about him. Well, I'm old school, so y'all should know that I know about him. This is for all you new school people who don't know anything about him. We're going to school you a little bit about it. Once again, take some time to type the word share. Type the word share so we know you're letting everybody know that ActorScope is on. And if they're serious, this is where they need to be. Okay, so now we're on to this part of the show, which is who's been watching, okay? All you have to do, Facebook Live, is, I don't think we have a contest for Instagram Live, do we? We may have to do that. Okay, but Facebook Live, Instagram Live, okay, it's going to be the same question. So if you're on Instagram or you're on Facebook, you should definitely pay attention, watch each show, watch last week's show. I wasn't on last week's show, was I? I can't even remember. I watched the show before so you can answer the question. And all you have to do is answer a question regarding last week's show, and the winner will also get their headshot posted on all of our WSA social media outlets for the world to see. And make sure you mail your answers again to wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. Also, make sure you like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram as well. Follow us everywhere you can. Follow us on Twitter. Sometimes we tweet. Pay attention. And you can follow me, too, individually as Sunny Sinclair. So I tend to stay on social media a little bit. Okay, so follows. Last week's winner was Amima Hyacinth, who's been watching. And congratulations to Amima. I'm not sure which question she answered, but congratulations, Amima. This week's question, oh yes, last week Tracy Runcie Williams was our guest. Hey Tracy, I don't know if you're watching this week, but Tracy was our guest and she told us about her journey in the film industry. If I've been in the film industry for 28 years. I've known Tracy for 27. And since we're both in our early 30s, we've known each other since we were babies, clearly. Okay, so here's a question about Tracy Runcie. Tracy Runcie interned on her first film with Spike Lee, as did I, but it was a different film than mine. We all know by now that mine was Mo Better Blues. Okay, what show did Tracy Runcie intern? And I don't know if she said, but did she say what department she interned in? And what department did she intern in? All right, that's this week's question. Send your answers in to wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. Okay, and whoever sends the answer in first, correct, to that email address will be next week's winner. All right, so now we're up to What's Casting. Oh, wow. What's Casting. And Anais is going to come and help us.
Yay.
Yay! Anais! I haven't been here with you in a while.
No, it's been a minute, so hi everybody, how you doing?
Welcome to ActorScope.
Welcome back.
Yes, I know. I'm back for a stint.
Just a stint?
Just a stint.
We don't get you for longer?
Just a stint.
Okay, we only get her first stint, people. I'll try and convince her to come back a little bit more often.
Good luck.
I said I was going to try.
Okay, listen, nothing beats a try.
I'm going to try. So, for Atlanta, what we have casting is a film called Fathom. Catcher and Associates is doing the casting for that. They are looking for men and women with experience on board a large ship or submarine. You have to be 18 years and older. You're going to list what vessel type, ship or submarine that you worked on, military or commercial, and what your duties were. And you're going to put in the subject line, starboard. And you're going to email submissions with an S at catrickcasting.com. Again, submissions at catrickcasting.com.
Wow, they're being super authentic.
Yes, they are.
Super authentic. Like, somebody can't, like, really just do some... Okay, first of all, if you're 18, you probably don't have much experience on a submarine.
Not yet.
And secondly, wow, you can't Google it and just study up on it? How will they know?
Well, because you need to be able to do exactly what they're doing on the submarine.
You
That's can't
really
fake
skilled.
that.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't fake that.
Well, good luck with that. You never know who's watching, but you may know somebody. If it's not for you, that's another thing. If we share something with you and it's not for you, but you know somebody that might benefit, share the wealth. Let people know about it.
And for the same film, they are looking for men and women to portray senators. Must have intellectual, distinguished look. Open to all shapes, sizes, and ethnicities. The age range is 30 to 60 years. Shoots in August, but you need to submit ASAP, so that means they're looking for a great amount of people. And you're going to put in the subject line, pantsuit. And it's to the same email address, submissions at catrickcasting.com.
People who play senators?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You know they got a specific type.
Yeah, well, Barack Obama was a senator at one time. So was, was he a congressman? He might have been a congressman.
I think he was a
But I know Hillary Clinton was a senator.
Yes, Hillary.
From New York. Shout out to New York.
Yes, and she's back in New York.
Yes, she is, and she's about to do some things. Don't sleep on my girl.
Oh yeah, she's got some stuff up her sleeve. Now, the Roselock casting they're casting for the film The Darkest Minds, which stars Amanda Steinberg. And
we love her.
Yes, we do love her. I
Okay.
work with her. We have to work with her.
Yes.
They're looking for high school students for a winter carnival scene, all ethnicities, and it's going to be an overnight shoot, so be prepared for a long night. Must be 16 to 19 years of age. The shoot's April 17th and 18th. It's in the Norcross inside the perimeter area, and in the subject line, you're going to put new winter. You're going to email darkmind@roselockcasting.com. Again, it's darkmind@roselockcasting.com.
Nice.
And for the same film, it's another overnight shoot. They're looking for men and women to portray townspeople for the same scene. It's for the winter carnival scene. And again, all ethnicities must be 21 years and older. Again, for this one, you're going to put in the subject line, winter adult. And same email, darkmind@roselockcasting.com.
Oh, nice. Well, can we talk about Taylor Made, please?
Oh, we're going to do Tailor Made?
Yes,
okay.
please.
Okay, we're going to
That
do
looks interesting.
Tailor Made. This is for the TV series Manifesto. They're looking for men and women of all shapes and sizes for a day shoot on April 28th. All ethnicities, 18 years and older. And you're going to put Plaza in the subject line. They're looking for fresh faces. So
that's cool. Fresh faces. That means that you don't have to have a record of doing anything. You don't have to have a resume. They're looking for new people. This is your time to jump in, get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? Fresh faces is always a good call.
Yes,
always.
It is. And you're going to email extras with an S, castingtm@gmail.com. Again, it's extras, castingtm@gmail.com. And the last one is for Chicago.
Ooh.
Now, Chicago, this is for the series Easy on Netflix. It's for season 2. They are looking for non-union extra roles. One of the roles is Friends in Park, mid to late 20s, male, females, all ethnicities. The second one is joggers, 20 to 40 years old, male and female, all ethnicities.
Guys, make sure you really jog and not just own a jogging suit, because when they actually hire joggers to do in extras, you're going to have to be jogging for however many takes it takes to get it right. So if you are winded after the first take, you should not apply for this, okay? Actually be a jogger or a runner if you're going to apply for this, please, because it just makes it harder for the casting company.
That is true. They're also looking for park goers with large dogs, 25 to 45 years old, male, female, all ethnicities. You must provide a picture of your dog.
And also be honest. If you can't control your dog, you can't bring him to set, because the take can't be different every time. You need a dog that you know we can do the same thing over. You can do the same thing over and over, and your dog won't get frustrated, won't get upset, won't get antsy, won't get nervous. If it's going to be a problem, then this is not the show for your dog.
That is correct. So you're going to email extras with the number 4 easy@gmail.com. Again, it's extras, the number 4 easy@gmail.com. You're going to please put the role you're submitting for as the name of the subject line, your name and last name, telephone number, current zip code. Please also submit a close-up and full body shot of yourself. List your age, weight, and height, and also confirm your availability for April 14th.
Okay, guys, that's in Chicago.
And all of this will be on our WSA International ActorScope page, so if you missed anything, you can always get it on the page.
All right, cool. So you're going to hang out for a little bit so we
Sure.
can talk about The Master of Suspense.
Yay! One of my favorites.
Yes. Okay, so guys, like I said earlier in the show, we're going to be covering the classics. And this week's classic, the classic film that we're going to cover is, the classic film is Psycho. The classic filmmaker is Alfred Hitchcock, who became, I think he's considered one of England's treasures. Like, he's one of the best directors they ever had.
Yes, he is.
And Psycho, as some of you may or may not know, starred Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee
Curtis's mom.
Exactly. Janet Lee. Right, got it right. And what was the guy's name who played the Norman Bates?
Lord, now I can't even remember it.
Anthony Perkins.
Thank you, because I said it yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. We watched it yesterday. Okay, so if you don't know, let me tell you a little bit about the show. Alfred Hitchcock was an English film director and producer at a time referred to as the master of suspense, like I said. He pioneered many elements of the suspense and psychological thriller genres. He had a successful career in British cinema, but then came to Hollywood in 1939. Hitchcock's stylistic trademarks include the use of camera movement that mimics a person's gaze, forcing viewers to engage in a form of voyeurism. In addition, he frames shots to maximize anxiety, fear, or empathy, and used innovative forms of filmmaking in editing. Hitchcock directed more than 50 feature films in a career spanning 6 decades. Wow, 6 years. Hitchcock's narratives involve cruelly withholding crucial information from his characters and from the audience, and engaging the emotions of the audience like no one else. Some of his famous films were, and if you haven't seen these guys, I'm going to talk slowly so you can write this down, because if you consider yourself a filmmaker, whether you are in front of the camera or behind the scenes, these are films that definitely need to be in your repertoire. You have to have at least watched and studied these films, okay? Yep. Some of his famous films are Rear Window from 1954, Vertigo from 1958, North by Northwest, 1959, and of course we're talking about Psycho from 1960. And listen, the thing that Psycho, I think, did for the world at that time is that nobody wanted to take a shower by themselves anymore.
No.
If you see the scene in the shower of Psycho, you will not take a shower in your house by yourself for quite some time.
No, you will not.
Okay?
You will not.
And it was, I think I saw it for the first time, because when I was like 11 or 12, but then we had to study it in high school. And it's a hard film to watch, especially since I don't do horror films. But he's such a great filmmaker, you can't help but get caught up. And I would love, if you guys have not seen it and you do watch it, inbox us and let us know what you think of it.
Yeah,
because he's a classic filmmaker.
He messed with your mind a great deal with that film. That film, even though it's considered a thriller, suspense thriller, it also psychologically, you did not know what direction he was actually going with that film. So it was like your brain was always like.
And I've seen it so many times, and when we watched it again the other day, it's like I'd never seen it before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's really just such a great film, and he's such a great filmmaker, and he's somebody, like, if you get an opportunity, once again, and you're serious about your craft, you should really study the films that Alfred Hitchcock did. Actually, Psycho in 1960, Janet Lee, she was awarded the Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress, and she got an Academy Award nomination.
All because of that shower scene.
And it's interesting, too, as this is the first time, I think, or this wasn't done at that time, where the star of the film dies early on in the film.
Nope.
Like, we get so used to watching movies, we're like, oh, he's a star, he's not going to die. She dies early on in the movie.
It's like,
you know what it is? We're not giving it away. It's not a spoiler alert, because you still have to watch this film to really get into it. But that was the first time I think anybody's seen anything like that. That's what makes it so unexpected.
Yeah, because it was a totally different style of movie making at that time. Because even when, I don't know if you saw, they did the remake in 1998 with Anne Heche.
Oh wow!
they followed exactly how he did. Because you know how sometimes they do remakes and they don't do the
twist it a
same.
little bit, yeah.
They followed exactly how he did.
Well, I mean, I think we need to watch that one as well, just so we can have the comparison.
Yeah.
But one of the things, like I said, that happened was no one wanted to take a shower by themselves. And it was so traumatic for the star of the movie, Janet Leigh, that she never did it again.
No, she never took a shower.
And you said, Janet Leigh is Jamie Lee Curtis's mom.
Yep.
Okay? But yeah, she never took a shower in the house by herself again. That's how traumatic that was.
Yes.
So if you get a chance, definitely go see it now. But here's how good Psycho was. They did a remake, like you said, in 1998 with Anne Heche.
Yep.
Then they actually spawned a television series from it. Bates Motel. And if you haven't watched it, for somebody who doesn't watch horror, get into it, okay? I'm telling you, get into it. I was literally riveted watching the episodes that we had to watch. It's really well done.
Yes, it is.
And I think, like, if Mr. Hitchcock is watching from heaven, or wherever he is, because he did horror films, but if he's watching from heaven, I think he'd be pleased.
I think he would be.
And I'm going to have to shout out to my girl, Riri.
She did her thing.
Okay? Riri now, they do it differently with the Bates Motel, but Riri, she does the role that Janet Leigh did.
Yes, she did.
Right? So shout out to the casting directors and producers for going a totally different way with it, and, being ethnically blind. You know what I'm saying? I really, really appreciate that. But she really is riveting when you watch it.
She did a good job.
I'm gonna have to give her the kudos. I was like, she can sing and she can act. Okay, so and she's done some other things, but this is for small screen. And I'm real. And how did you say she got the role?
She got the role because she tweeted about the series and how big a fan she was. So they contacted her for that.
Y'all may want to start tweeting about the shows you like. Okay? Start tweeting about the shows you like. Because, I mean, clearly you may not be Rihanna, but you never know. You may have something to say, and they'd be like, oh, wait a minute.
Exactly.
And trust me, everybody's watching what's going on social media now. Don't sleep on that. Everybody's watching. But yeah, the Bates Motel, I mean, how many years did they do it?
This is
second
their
year?
last season.
Really?
Yeah, they only did 5 seasons.
Oh, wow.
This is the last one.
They got that movie into 5 seasons?
Yep. Because since it was a prequel, they started it
before he
actually
happened.
Yep.
Right. Wow. And you guys, did you hear what she said? It's a prequel. So what happens in the television series is what happened before the movie would start.
Yeah.
Right. So definitely watch the movie, but you can catch up, I guess. You can binge watch the Bates Motel.
Yeah.
And definitely let us know what you think about it. Because guys, we keep saying this ActorScope thing is an interactive thing. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you think about the topics that we're covering. We want to see how you feel when you watch Psycho, especially if you've never watched it. And if you love it, let us know. And if you don't love it, let us know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And watch definitely watch more of Alfred Hitchcock's filmmaking, because I think he's not just a great filmmaker, he's iconic.
He is iconic.
Right? Like, he's definitely one. Like, I don't know any great filmmaker that we have today, present day, that doesn't look up to him in the way he did film.
Especially if you would want to be a director, the way his eyes worked, especially for like the birds. And
oh my God, the birds is another one. That's another one.
Yeah,
oh
birds,
my God.
That's what actually introduced me to Alfred Hitchcock, was the birds.
You will never want to be around a lot of birds ever again.
Actually,
birds are not my thing.
And I was a kid, and all those seagulls and everything around.
Yeah, if you're under a certain age, you really shouldn't watch it, because his stuff is so frightening. Frightening is the word. Frightening.
No, it is very frightening, and all it is because of how he visually does everything.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, the way his eyes work is incredible on how he does his shots.
So all you directors out there, make sure you watch all of them and write to us about it. Let us know what you think. Once again, this ActorScope thing is interactive, and we want to interact with you.
We like hearing from you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. We don't want you to just be the audience on the other side of the camera, on the other side of the phone, or whatever we're shooting from. We want you to be the audience that we can reach out and touch and talk to. And like, when I see you guys out in public, I love it when you guys come up and say, "Oh, I watched the show."
Yes.
We love that. So
yes,
we want to know that we're being impactful and we're making a difference in some of the steps that you make in your career. If we can help with anything, let us know. If there's something you want us to cover, definitely let us know. That's what we're here for.
Definitely.
And like I said earlier, we want you to write in and let us know what other films you would like us to cover when we do, a look back and sort of, when we're going to celebrate some sort of classic films. Okay.
Yes.
And Classic. Okay, I think we need to define classic.
Okay, yes, we do need to define
Can we
classic.
define that, please? Because
Okay.
I don't want you. I mean, there are films that are classic. I realize to a younger generation, because like you guys would consider, I guess, Boys in the Hood a classic.
Yes.
That feels too contemporary to me, but it's also 27 years ago, so it's like 25 years ago.
It's about 20. Yeah.
Yeah. So that, I mean, what are we? How are we going to define classic?
Classic to me is a film that makes an impact. That's really how I define the classic.
Okay. Impact in this genre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, like Gone in the Wind,
yeah.
made an impact. My Fair Lady made an impact.
Absolutely.
What's another good one? 20,000 Leagues
Under the Sea.
Just
Sound of Music made an impact. Won Best Film 1965.
Yes, Sound of Music
made an impact.
Schindler's List made an
impact.
So
Absolutely.
it's really films that truly make an impact. So
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
that's how I look at classics. So they're just how they stylized, how they shot, and the story itself. To me, that's really
Actually, what I want to think about too is like actually something is coming to me that we can cover next week. I'll save it for next week. I'm not gonna let y'all know, but somebody who's directed some classic films as well, and I think it might be a she.
Okay.
This time.
That is she. I support my.
Exactly. We're equal opportunity here.
I support my.
We're equal opportunity, and if you guys think of someone, let us know because we love. Yeah, maybe we should cover the classics more often. Or at least once in a while, so we can talk about it and get into the real. There's a difference. I always say to people, there's a difference between movie making and filmmaking.
Yes.
I'd like to consider us at WSA filmmakers.
Yes.
So I always want to be a part of the filmmaking conversation.
Yes, that's a definite.
Because those are things that I've been doing it almost 30 years. I'm very passionate about the craft, and those who want to do it and those who take it seriously.
Yes.
And those who want to, get to the next level. Because I think even myself, being considered an OG at this point, I still want to take it to the next level. There's always a next level.
There's always room to grow.
And I always feel like, when I've done all my work and it's time for me to, go meet my maker, I'm just going to end it by saying, and scene.
I still can see you.
Exactly. I was like, and scene. That's how I plan on doing it. But, okay, so guys, let us know about it. Let us know when you watch that. Somebody said that North by Northwest is a great film. Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, Jimmy from Savannah.
Yes.
Jimmy Cummings came in from Imitation of Life.
Oh,
that's
a
really good one.
Yes.
Who came up with that? Nichelle Nicole. Shout out to Nichelle. Imitation of Life. I love that movie.
That's a good movie too.
You know which is good too? The original, and I cry every time I watch it. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh my God.
Yes.
I think I saw it for the first time when I was like 13. I cried so much. That's another really good. Romeo and Juliet, the original one, really good. We saw that in 8th grade. That's another really, really good one.
For me, it was Othello.
Oh, Othello's good too. Tale of Two Cities is really good too.
I never got to see Tale of Two Cities.
You have to watch it. It's really, really. I'm a Shakespeare fanatic too. Not the Tale of Two Cities. That's Dickens.
Yes, Dickens.
But I'm a huge fan of Shakespeare. So I didn't just fall into this. I've always loved heavy classics.
I took a Shakespeare class.
Oh, real? But we did too. We did too.
Shakespeare. It was an elective in high school.
Yeah,
and
I took it in 11th grade, and I reread all the Shakespeare stuff. But I remember, and I love the way. I think I was kind of brought into this because even when we did that, they would let us read the play and then watch the movie.
See, we never watched the movies.
Oh,
we only read the plays.
No, we had to do both. The same thing happened. This is another one that I'm not a fan of, but I really became a fan of because I don't do horror. But Dracula, the original one.
I loved it.
Oh my gosh, we read the book. Yeah, we read the book and we watched the movie, and I think that was in 10th grade. So yeah, that was I've always loved when the book became a moving image.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So tell us some of your stories, the things that you like that became moving images.
Color Purple.
Color Purple, yeah. I think I read the book after I saw the movie, though.
I did too. A
lot more detail in the book.
Well,
a lot more detail in the book. But Spielberg did a good job.
Yes,
he did a really, really good job.
He brought Whoopi to the world.
Yes, he did.
That's how I like to.
And Oprah.
Oh yes, and Oprah.
And listen, and you guys need to see, if you get a chance, to Google how she actually got that job. She campaigned like hell for that job.
I know she did.
She campaigned like hell. So sometimes when you want something, you have to go all out and get it because dreams do come true. I mean, I think everyone that you've ever seen, even here on ActorScope, that's exactly what happened. A dream came true.
Yeah.
That's why we're sitting in front of you today. So dreams definitely do come true. So keep dreaming. All right. So now we're at speaking of dreams, we're at the point of the show. We're going to do Summy Says. I haven't been around a while.
Summy Says it's back.
Summy Says it's back.
I know a lot of you missed it. I know you
for
like
the moment. For the moment, Summy Says it's back. And I want to speak to something that actually I've been in the space of thinking about, which is don't give up, reset, realign, and push through. Okay, because sometimes the obstacles or the challenges that life gives you, it's not actually to deter you, but it's to build character.
Yeah.
It's to build compassion. It's to sometimes it just makes you stronger because you have to some sort of, I mean, Betty I forget her name, I think Betty Wright had a song where she says no pain no gain. In order to be something, you got to go through something. And I always think about, even at this aspect where you're going through whatever the struggles are, I think about when a caterpillar goes and turns into a butterfly. It has to struggle to come out of that cocoon.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And the beauty of the struggle is that its wings become strong enough so that it can take flight. If you actually help a caterpillar when it's transforming into a butterfly and you crack the cocoon for them, you made them weaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, breaking out of it is what makes them, able to fly, makes their wings able to fly. It's also the same thing they say. I mean, they said it, having natural birth versus C-section, actually coming through the birth canal does a certain thing for your body that kids who don't go through that don't have that experience. Like it clears up your nasal passage. It has a purpose. There's a reason.
Well, yeah.
Like God does everything in perfection.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you're in the struggle and you wish it could be easier, but that struggle, that challenge, that obstacle, is actually what's going to build something in you, whether it be character, whether it be, tenacity, whether it be whatever it is, it's going to build something in you to not only attain the next level, but maintain and sustain the next level.
Okay.
Where you're going. So don't always turn away from the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Embrace it, write it out, because at the end of it, if it's all in God's will, it is for your betterment. All things work together for the good of those, y'all know the rest of it. Look it up. But yeah, so don't always run away from it, because having it all be completely easy is not in your best favor. It's not.
That is
you know what I'm saying? Challenges sometimes bring out the best in you. Some of the things that, I remember, shout out to Tracy Villar, her birthday's yesterday or today, but I remember when we were doing Malcolm X, it was the hardest film of my life, and we were in the back of the car one day, we were taking something out of the trunk, and Tracy looked at me and she said, when we get through this, we can truly sing I'm Every Woman. It's all in me. So, and there was still to this day, 30 years later almost, it's the hardest thing I've ever done, and I don't regret one moment of it.
Well, every time I watch it, and I do think about you, because it's like even just the scene outside the prison.
Honey,
I could only imagine.
And that
what
was
you
in
went
front
through.
of the camera, the behind the scenes.
I could only imagine what you went through.
I'm going to have to write a book one day, okay? And I'm just telling you, I wouldn't be who I was. I think I was 26 years old at the time. And I wouldn't be here today had I not survived that. And let me be clear with you guys, but I probably have not shared this before. That's probably the only film I actually had tendered my resignation. I wanted to quit. I wanted out of the film. I wanted out of the film industry. I was done. And God was like, yeah, no. We got more for you. So hang in there. And I don't regret for a moment the woman and the business person that it turned me into. Okay. So once again, don't give up, reset, realign, and push through. All right, that's it for this week's show. We will see you next week. Same bat time.
Same bat